CharlieKirk humiliates this student completely with one simple question.
And I know this because I was trained as an agency of the registrar. And so I understand that at the back end of this, there's a lot of verification that goes on. And this is true for many other states. But when you include voter ID as well, you're adding an additional barrier to those individuals.
Should I have to show an ID to board an airplane?
You should have to show an ID, yes.
So why do we want to secure the identity of those on airplanes but not those that cast precious votes?
Well, there's a difference between a privilege and a right, as you stated yourself. And there's a privilege
No,
to
I
take
agree.
an airplane.
But don't you agree rights are more important to protect than privileges? So it actually works in my favor. Rights you should secure a lot more than privileges.
Actually, not in the instance that you're speaking of, because when we're using an ID, it's about the verification of who's paying for the flight and things of that nature. But when you talk about
No,
voter
it's not.
ID
That's
law,
not correct. A third party can pay for the flight. Why are we doing identification when you board an airplane? We want to make sure that you are who you say you are. So we do that. Why? So that you don't have fraudulent identity, or that you're not on a do not fly list, right?
Yeah, right. But what we're talking about at its core, as you said, the difference between a right and a privilege, what we're talking about is that these individuals who are going to go and vote, there are many other alternate ways that aren't as limiting.
Last question. Have you ever met a human being without an ID?
Have I ever met a human being? Yeah, there's multiple homeless people on the street that I've had the privilege of meeting and helping get food.
How difficult is it to get an ID?
Pretty difficult. In the state of Nevada specifically, you need 2 forms of identification, including the original birth certificate, which folks born in like the 50s and the 60s, they're going to have even the 40s and the 30s.
No, we're talking about 2 different things. Voter registration and getting a voter ID is super easy. It's 5 minutes or less.
It's not in the state of Nevada specifically, because that's what we're here at. We're in Nevada. It's way more difficult, and I encourage you to do your research on how to get the ID here. Maybe it's different in where you're at, but in any case, I'll let you speak.
No, it's fine. Thank you. I think it's astonishing that in order to rent a movie, board an airplane, in order to even sometimes get a dinner reservation, you need to prove identification. But to vote, we don't care to secure identity, which I think is outrageous.
Yeah.
So.
One last point I will make on that is that many of these. We can move on if the crowd's
Yeah, let's
not
go to the next
happy.
question.
So,
Thank you.
Anyway, thank you so much. Appreciate it.